So it's actual Halloween now, or at least that's when this video is supposed to come out. And I realized sometime in mid-October that I was like, I didn't even watch a Halloween movie, or a movie with Halloween in the title. You know, I have like, what, 17 to choose from? Well, I'm all Michael Myers out after last year, so I decided I'm going to watch Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Yeah, of course you know this one, right? This is the one that has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's the only one in the Halloween franchise that doesn't. Now, the original intent behind that was like John Carpenter was done with the story of Michael Myers. Halloween he made, and he didn't really care that much about Halloween 2 when he made it, and he was like, okay, I'm done with that. Let's do something different. And he decided that they wanted to let the franchise grow into like an anthology sort of thing, similar to what they did with the Tales from the Crypt movies. So yeah, it would be like a different story than Michael Myers. I mean, we already told Michael Myers' story. He had 2 movies. And so let's do a different Halloween story. Halloween-based story. A lot of people didn't like that. No, they wanted to see more Michael Myers, which they eventually got in Halloween 4. And then they scrapped this whole anthology idea. So Halloween 3 then sticks out like a sore thumb. And that's not to say that it's a bad movie. I mean, don't compare this to the 1978 Halloween or even the more modern ones. This is a goofy horror sci-fi movie, really. It takes place on Halloween, and the traditions of Halloween are the focus of this story. But yeah, no Michael Myers. Instead, what you get here is an evil Irishman who has this crazy plot to steal a chunk of Stonehenge, chip off little pieces of it, and put those tiny little individual pieces into Halloween masks, and use the mystic power of Stonehenge to kill or sacrifice these children via a subliminal message played on the television that will turn these kids' heads to bugs. Also, his evil plan includes robots. He has robot servants. He has a system, apparently, where he abducts people and, I guess, kills them and replaces them with robots. Okay, what? Okay, it's pretty fucking weird, man. And that's kind of what I like about it. Now, I'd mentioned John Carpenter before. He didn't actually direct this or write this. Serves as producer on this, along with Deborah Hill, who was, one of the other producers, directors, writers. Yeah, John Carpenter didn't direct this, but it's got his signature on it, I think. First of all, John Carpenter provides, like, the soundtrack to this movie, and it's very, like, electronic, very synthesizer in there, and, because it's supposed to be about, like, digital subliminal messages, but also Stonehenge. I mean, I guess I ruined the storyline already by telling you the evil villain's plan. His name is Conal Cochran, by the way, and he's portrayed by veteran Irish actor Dan O'Herlihy. I think he does a pretty good job. He's, on one hand, he's like, oh, he's very jovial, he's good with the kids, and he only cares about the kids, and he has this, like, toy factory, right? But then in the end, he gives his, like, villain speech, and he's like totally evil, and he's like a Wiccan, and he wants to use the power of Stonehenge to sacrifice all these children, while meanwhile making a bunch of their money. And I don't know what the point is, but on the other hand, you get Tom Atkins, and you may remember this guy from The Fog. He plays pretty much exactly the same character he did in that. He's basically just some guy that gets involved, and like he just happens to be there and like witness what's going on. The story really doesn't have anything to do with him, but he's just there, Mr. Mustache, just there to pick up chicks and fight against ancient evil, I guess. Yeah, there's some gore in here. It's not great, but it's there. There's also some robot gore, I guess you could say. And it's all practical effects, including the head transformation scene of, when the kids put the masks on and they see the image on the TV and it turns their heads to bugs, and bugs start crawling out of the masks and snakes. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? And, and I guess the story is pretty well written, even given its like ridiculous premise. The dialogue is good. The actors are all pretty good. Tom Atkins, he's not that bad. It's just his whole character is kind of not very likable. Wide shots, kind of tense scenes, good lighting, point the camera in the right direction. All that stuff is really good in this. It's just that goofy ass story. But I think that's probably why I enjoyed it as much as I did, because you're taking this super, super seriously, or at least the film is delivered to you super seriously, but it's just so stupid. Like, turn their heads to bugs? What the fuck? 8 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. And you hear that song like a million times in this movie. It's been a few days since I've seen this, and yeah, that song is still stuck in my head. And it's gonna be right up till Halloween. Hopefully November 1st I'll forget about it, I don't know. Provided I don't put my Silver Shamrock mask on and watch the Halloween broadcast for the big giveaway. Yeah, I don't really have too much more to say about Halloween 3, other than I was kind of glad to see like a different Halloween movie. The fact that it's, intertwined with the Michael Myers thing is too bad, because if they just called this Season of the Witch, it would have been just like a standalone horror movie, goofy as hell, kind of freaky and kind of exciting. Overall, I enjoyed Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a B. I mean, it's better than some of those Halloween Michael Myers sequels. It was better than Part 4, certainly better than Halloween Resurrection. Weird enough and creepy enough and interesting enough for me to give it a B. So I guess we're done with the October Horror-thon, and I hope my reviews have shown you a few movies that you might want to check out in this Halloween season, maybe even tonight. Then again, there's a few in there that I think you should avoid, but overall, I'd have to say I liked more of the movies that I watched this year for Halloween than I did last year, or even the year before. Yeah, we just got better stuff this time around. Now in November, I'm gonna take it a little bit easy, because like I've been just cranking out these videos as fast as I can. So I'm gonna take it easy for November. Not to say that I'm not gonna make any videos, but certainly not as many as in October. And until the next video, happy Halloween, and take care, everybody.